Hello, everyone.
Hello.
All right, here we go.
Hold on. Let me just make sure I'm ready. If I can got the right things queued up, otherwise this could be a train wreck.
You ready?
Hold up.
I'll tell you what. This Guinness can with the thing in it. What a modern marvel.
Oh yeah, it's pretty.
It really is.
The little widget. Yeah,
the widget is a game changer.
Yeah, a little ball in there.
Say hi.
Hello, everyone. You know what? You guys just said some of the most British things in the first 2 minutes of the podcast, and I love it so much. 11:30, pissing down rain, and it just makes me so happy. I've been listening to your podcast. I'm such a fan. Obviously, I'm a fan of both of your work.
Who are you?
And,
yeah, who are you, dude? Like, who are you?
It's me. It's me. Double A Ron. It's me.
It's Aaron Tveit.
Oh, Aaron Tveit! Oh my god!
Oh my god!
We got a celebrity with us.
What is this? The fourth episode? I've been getting a little. I've been worried you're not going to ask me to be on.
It's Aaron Tveit,
I'm the number one fan of the podcast.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Thanks for having me.
So, episode 4. Tonight we're going to talk all things social media. Now, so I'm just going to get started. I'm going to shoot you out to Aaron because why not? He's the guest. Let's let him go. Yeah. So, do you remember your first sort of social media experience and what platform it was or what it was, or can you remember way back when it first came out?
I do. Yeah, actually, I was on tour. My first job, I left school to do the national tour of Rent, and I was on tour. But I still, even when I left to do that show, I had all plans to go back. So I still had like my Ithaca College email address, and that was like 2004. And so if we remember back and think about our social network movie, basically Facebook started at Harvard, right, in like 2003, 2004, and then very quickly branched out. And as long as you were a college student at the time, you could join the Facebook for your college. So I was
so you had one?
I was right in the thick, right when Facebook started. That I was on tour, I joined Facebook for Ithaca College.
That's insane. I had a kick-ass MySpace account. I was in the West End doing a show.
Was it like a picture of you and your guitar? And then
it was a picture of me and my guitar in a check shirt.
I didn't even know you then, and I feel like I knew you then.
And you know what?
And a thong. A big thong. Yeah.
Hey, if you got it, flaunt it. That's what I say. But hey, you know what? I did a bit of digging on MySpace, and I still have my MySpace account open.
They're still
it's still going. Yeah. So you can like look at your MySpace page and it's still there.
Well, we'll get onto that because like once you open these accounts, they never go away. We can get into that later because that's kind of
like a bad smell.
And then 2000,
and then actually very quickly. So now we're cutting to 2006. I did a year in the Hairspray tour, and then I came to New York. And when I got to New York, that's I think when it expanded, where you could be on Facebook like in the cities, right? So like everyone in New York City had a Facebook, and then all of a sudden I thought it was weird because I was all of a sudden Facebook friends with like casting directors and directors. And I very quickly was like, wait a minute, I don't want these people to know anything about me because I want to be able to walk into a room and suspend all their disbelief, right? So actually,
I don't want them to know that I'm a dickhead.
No, seriously, like I don't want them to see a picture of me and my friends and think like, oh, that's that guy I saw the thing, right? So actually, very quickly for me, I was one of the first people out of the gate with Facebook, and then I deleted my Facebook in 2006 and didn't have any social media for the subsequent 10 years.
Yeah.
For 10 years?
I didn't have any social media then again until Grease Live, which was end of 2015, where basically
Grease
forced to get
Sandy.
I was basically forced to get social media then because they wanted us all to like push it all out. So, but for that 10-year period, as everyone was starting with Twitter and Instagram, I had no social media for that whole 10 years, and I was actually vehement that I would never have it.
Wow.
Interesting. So basically your first experience of social media was actually pretty positive. You quite enjoyed it. And
at the beginning it was great. It was really small and insulary, and I feel like it really helped at college. But then I just, for whatever reason, I just was like, you know what, I know I'm quite a private person, as both of you know. And I think even at that point in my career, I was like, you know what, I want to leave a little bit left to the imagination, especially with people that I'm going to have to be convincing to hire me to play a part. So I don't want them to have any preconception about me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to put this out to both of you, because obviously I want to keep an eye on the time and keep things moving along. So just as a general, what would you say social media, would you class it as a positive or a negative in the world right now?
Oh, it's a tricky one, isn't it? It's just because it's evolved and it's become this monster and it's only going to get bigger, I think. It's just,
Yeah.
I think in its infancy, it was good because it wasn't what it is now. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's got to the point now where, like, even in our industry, musical theater, right? Casting directors are sometimes reluctant to cast people that don't have a big following because they want to use your social media platform to do their marketing.
Right.
And that's not how it should be. It's not, that's taking away from the talent. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. See that? Did you guys see that? There was a documentary, and it was about like social media per se. I forget what it was on. Was it on Apple or Netflix or something?
Is it
like
called
that?
The Social Dilemma?
Yeah.
Dilemma?
Did you
I
see?
haven't seen it.
You need to see that. That's a very,
it.
very, very good documentary. And like, do you know what I found fascinating on it? Was like when they first created, I believe it was instant or the like. Do you know the like button?
Yeah. I saw this. So all the people, like the coders that created the like, are basically all in therapy and have post-traumatic stress disorder because that like button on
was
Facebook
not meant to be. Yeah, it was not. Yeah,
changed everything about social media. It basically
completely
made and got us to where we are today. That everything is driven by followers and likes.
Yes,
and it was just like a totally innocuous thing. Feature that they added to Facebook, and like whatever the 6 or 8 coders,
that's very correct.
It's the huge regret they have in their life that they created that.
Because it was meant to be a positive. It was meant to be totally a positive thing, like a cool thing that everyone jumped on board. But like obviously people were having traumatic experiences basically with like dislikes, because there was this dislike button added, or and then you check your thing and you're not liked enough and all. So it's become this whole thing. And obviously now we have people with like social anxieties and all the rest of it, and like bullying, and it's become this whole thing because of that, which is I found if you haven't watched that show, everybody
it's gone crazy, hasn't it?
You need to watch that show.
To answer your question, Sam, like what I think of it, the positive negative thing changes for me constantly, daily. If you'd asked me for a long time, obviously I didn't have it for 10 years. I thought it was I was like hoping it went away. I thought it was really negative. It was like all this stuff. I do see some positive things about it, like for instance our show, like, and for me, like, the fan community surrounding Broadway and like what we do, I think is a wonderful thing. And it's an amazing way to be able to connect with people. And it brings those people together, which I think is a super positive thing.
Yes.
But there's a lot of negatives too, it's like, it's definitely, to be completely honest, social media has been a bane of my personal life on and off for a very long time. Basically for the last 15 years, I would say it always becomes a thing in some way or another, as a person that's trying to be very private. And I joke, and I probably said it to both of you, but I do believe this. I wish that we were all kind of getting to do this as actors, and it was 1996. I you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I have a back and forth, and I try to now use it for having fun. And obviously like Ricky's lives are amazing, that whole
crazy.
thing has been a great thing, but overall I kind of wish it would disappear.
Instagram Live, it brings me so much joy. I was having a really down day and you really turned my day around, and like that really I love that.
I think the way you go about that is like the best of it. You know what I mean? What you've done and what you've kind of created and what we all kind of drop in and out of, hopefully hilariously, I think is the best of what you're trying to get from social media.
I think it's because it doesn't take itself too serious, and it's not done for any other reason than just to, like, it's a spyglass into what happens in our dressing room, because it literally is. It's like stupidity.
And the fact that none of it's forced, because we all do that anyway. Without the thing on.
We'd be doing it anyway.
I said this to Ricky during the show because I knew we were going to talk about this today, and I wanted to put this to you both, actually, because you both are a couple years older than me.
But what are you talking about?
All right, mate. All right, let's just calm down. All right,
let's not get silly. Let's not show off on the show.
All right, look at this one. Hey, he comes swanning in here.
Sandy,
Danny.
Automatic. What I mean to say is that we're the last generation of people that were fully formed, social, interactive human beings without cell phones and without dependency on the internet. Like if you and this is what the few times that I've talked to like college students or whatever, and
Yeah.
I've said, you know what, just control your side of the street, as you lot would say, like
Yeah.
work as hard as you can, make sure you're ready for the opportunities you get, and hopefully it shakes out, you know.
I mean, that's true.
True, yeah.
But I might say to a little kid, like, go viral. You can sing, you can play the guitar, go make a YouTube channel and do covers and go viral. Like, that's the, I mean, look at Justin Bieber, right? It's like, that's the way. It's like, there is positives to that, right? As opposed to just,
no, that's a
you
good,
now have a platform for your voice.
Yeah, it gives people access and outlet for people to see what they can do and what they, you know. So that I think is
independently.
Exactly. Either of you?
No.
Have you ever written a review, or like, you know, like those fucking TripAdvisor people, like, I went to
like Yelp or something?
I went
like
to
a Yelp review.
I went to Les Escargots and the salmon was so bad.
I went to Moulin Rouge and I especially love the Duke.
He's
so handsome.
And the guy playing Sandy was so sucky, you know?
Sandy. Sandy.
Yeah. Have you ever done that, either of you?
Never.
No.
Never. Not
Don't lie,
Ricky.
Ricky.
Not once on anything.
I've not. Actually, you know what? I've, you know, like.
Here we go.
Let's hear it.
Hold on. Not unlike, it wasn't a review per se. I went into a cafe once. And I wanted to sit in a specific part of the cafe, but there was no one in there, right? And they were like, no, you can't sit over there. You have to sit here. And I was like, yeah, but why? Like, I would like to sit there.
Fascinating to think. You can watch a game and what people see or what they choose. And you get to argue the same with if you go to theater, like, oh, I love that. You know, it's all opinion based sort of thing. But like, running out of time, we've removed the 40-minute time limit. All right, love
fantastic.
it.
Party,
baby. Yeah, and I listen to the, like, whatever the you know, one of them's called the United Stand, and I'll listen to that, and then I'll read some of the comments, and sometimes some of them make me so angry. And you know what? I don't get very angry very often.
Can we just let's just take that, like, for people that don't know, Tam plays FIFA in the dressing rooms, and it's like if the Hulk was playing FIFA and didn't know what FIFA was.
I've never experienced someone screaming at AI.
Yeah,
with the veracity that Tam does.
But like, he gets angry at it.
There's got to be a time though when they create a computer game where you can actually talk to it and then they respond to what you're saying. I mean, that's got to be.
In our lifetime, you're gonna, speaking about all this social media stuff, where it's going.
It's scripted.
You're gonna plug in, and you're gonna be in the game.
Yeah,
my favorite
in the game.
Well, that'd be great. Anyway, let me finish. So I will literally respond to these fucking a-holes and heathens with their opinions about, you know, he's like, oh my god, some of them are so like moronic. I'm like, he's a great player. I'm like,
I love that you don't even know what they sound like though. That's the
but they all remind me of like an episode of Ted Lasso. Do you know what I mean? Like absolute morons, like who have no sort of like culture or understanding of like anything other than the British Premier League, and like,
he's proper good. He
runs that guy. He's got good energy. It's passion.
He's got good legs.
Interestingly though, like, you know, talking about those kind of threads in terms of like, you know, just bring you back to like a Broadway show, for instance, right? It's like somebody way smarter than me told me many years ago to don't go looking at that stuff, because if you believe the good stuff, then you got to believe the bad stuff.
100%.
Yeah, this is going to be a funny. It's going to sound a funny one, but I think it's a very important one. Strategic peeing. Like, how do we feel about it? Like, obviously,
strategic what?
Strategic peeing.
Peeing.
As in peeing. As in like
Like, I was thinking about it today. It's like, it's a dilemma. It's always a dilemma. Like, before the show, I was like,
when you take like an insurance pee, because you don't really have to pee, but you might you might be able to pee for an hour.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's like, do you risk
insurance pee? What are you talking about, you two?
I was going to give a fact. This is a fact. You can you can always pee without pooing, but you can't poo without peeing.
Oh my God.
It is true.
I disagree.
It is true.
I disagree.
It is true. I
disagree.
Bro, you're going to go to the toilet, you're going to have a poo, and you're going to automatically pee, and you're going to be like,
I disagree. This
Ricky was
podcast just
right.
took a real turn, but
Oh
Ricky was right.
God.
Like, listen, I'm telling you, it's true.
Agree to disagree.
Okay,
Right.
I need you guys to film it, and just prove it. Just upload it. Put it on social media.
Film it.
There. People
Put it on
want to see.
OnlyFans.
And thank you so much for joining us tonight. Scuba of the week.
You are.
That's. Oh my God.
And there we have it. Scuba of the week. Congratulations. I won't say who it is. I know who it is, but
who was it? You got to say.
I actually know who that is too, and let's not say it, but it's no one on this podcast right now.
Oh, sure. I love. He's a legend. He went, let them come if they dare. He was playing 30 on the top of the barricade. Everyone's staring at him. It's a rallying moment. Let them come if they dare. We'll be you. We'll be there. And yodeled. Stopped. Pointed at his throat. Went, ooh. And then went, nah, and finished the fucking line. I don't joke. That is not a joke.
He pointed.
And if anyone has seen our show multiple times, you've probably seen one of us do it or do it to each other. If there's ever a moment where someone breaks or cracks or is a little off, we will go, ooh.
Okay, so it's that time to say good night. Thank you, Mr.
Goodbye,
Tveit.
everyone.
You're a legend. We love you. Thank you for joining us, Ricky.
Legends.
As always, I shall see you next week. And let's cue outtakes.
Love you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Love.
Bye.
Okay, we're done. Hey, that was fun. Let's stop recording.
Stop recording.